The future's loading, watch it all begin.
Today, we are diving straight into the brand new consumer upgrades of ChromeOS 149, which literally just hit the stable channel, and we're mapping out the massive tectonic shift headed for the future of Chromebooks. We've got some fascinating data to unpack, and we're going to look at exactly how the updates dropping on your device today are laying the groundwork for an entirely new operating system tomorrow.
But first, let's start with a pain point I think we can all relate to. If you use a Chromebook every single day, you know that feeling of hitting a wall when you're just trying to quickly sign a PDF, right? Or maybe you've been super frustrated waiting for a heavy web app to reload from scratch simply because you clicked the back button. Well, those daily friction points are exactly what this latest Chrome update is finally fixing.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the welcome to ChromeOS 149, move into smarter browsing and tabs, and then look at built-in system upgrades. After that, we'll cross the bridge to version 150, enter Aluminum OS, and wrap up with the future of Chromebooks.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1. Welcome to ChromeOS 149, the immediate present for consumers. And moving right into Section 2, smarter browsing and tabs, covering those essential browser perks.
For this explainer, we are completely bypassing the heavy enterprise admin stuff to focus strictly on what changes for you, the everyday consumer, right now. And honestly, this first batch of upgrades brings a massive reduction in daily headaches. Chrome is now going to automatically sync your tab groups to your account, so you can just seamlessly pick up where you left off on another device. Plus, the autofill tool, it's been seriously upgraded. It can now instantly handle complex data, like loyalty card numbers and specific flight details. Oh, and for the developers and designers out there, new CSS gap decorations mean modern websites are going to render with much crisper, cleaner layouts.
Okay, let's translate that first bullet point into plain English, because this BFC cache WebSocket disconnect is a real game changer. If you live inside heavy web apps like Notion, Figma, or Slack, hitting the back button used to trigger an annoying full-page reload. Why? Because active WebSocket connections were blocking the browser from caching the page. Well, in Chrome 149, the browser finally smartens up. It actively closes those WebSockets when you navigate away, which enables instant back and forward caching. Seriously, your navigation is going to feel lightning fast.
And for those of you drowning in paperwork, this is absolutely huge. You can finally ditch those clunky third-party PDF extensions. Chrome 149 now lets you handle all your document signing, hand-drawn form filling, and text highlighting natively. It's all baked right into the built-in browser PDF viewer.
Let's move on to Section 3, built-in system upgrades, focusing on diagnostics and seamless accessibility.
So dropping down to the system level, this OS is actually getting better at helping you troubleshoot its own problems. We've all been there, right? Your internet randomly drops and you have no idea why. Well, try this exact keyboard shortcut, Control plus Search plus Escape. That instantly launches the ChromeOS Diagnostics app. And in version 149, they've added a brilliant new connectivity troubleshooting tool. It runs a fully automated test of your link to predefined Google services, helping you pinpoint exactly where your network is failing. No more guessing. On top of that, Google is drastically reducing the friction of setting up a new device. Your specific accessibility preferences, like custom captions or reduced animation settings, now seamlessly sync across your entire Google account, meaning the second you log into a new ChromeOS device, your whole environment instantly adapts to your needs. You don't have to dig through the settings menu all over again.
All right, jumping into Section 4, the bridge to 150, where we look at tighter ecosystems and changing rules.
As we get used to all the awesome usability upgrades of 149 today, we really need to look at what's coming next month. Version 150 acts as a critical bridge to a much tighter ecosystem. You can clearly see the contrast here. While 149 is busy handing out fun new tools to everyone, 150 starts tightening the belt. It introduces strict new security protocols, refines UI accessibility even further, and, importantly, it makes some really tough decisions about legacy hardware.
So in version 150, consumers are going to see some really thoughtful accessibility tweaks, like a new inverted color option for the mouse cursor so it never gets lost against weird backgrounds. You'll also notice a much smoother passwordless style login experience with enhanced local PIN authentication, which means way fewer of those annoying random re-authentication requests. But as that little chained device icon suggests, there's some tough love on the horizon for older hardware.
2010. That number right there is the new hardware cutoff line. Starting in ChromeOS 150, ChromeOS Flex devices using Intel or AMD graphics from 2010 or older along with NVIDIA graphics from 2014 or older, will officially be blocked from receiving updates. The operating system is aggressively moving forward, and it simply requires modern browser capabilities to do so safely.
Which brings us to Section 5. Enter Aluminum OS, the horizon of Google's ecosystem.
Honestly, this is the biggest news of all. This is the horizon we've been building toward all along. We are literally looking at the end of consumer ChromeOS as we know it. Just read this quote. The Linux-based architecture that has powered our Chromebooks for over a decade is being completely replaced. In its place, a desktop-optimized, unified version of Android operating internally under the super cool codename Aluminum.
Let's map this out so you can see just how insanely fast this is moving. The merger was confirmed back in July 2025. Then, just a few weeks ago, on May 12, 2026, Aluminum OS was formally announced at Google I/O. That makes today's June 2nd release of Chrome 149 and next month's Chrome 150 rollout the absolute final stepping stones on the classic Chrome OS path before this new architecture completely takes over.
The absolute biggest takeaway here is that your future laptop is going to run the exact same native Android apps as your phone, perfectly scaled and adapted for a desktop environment. And this isn't just for mobile processors either. This is expected to be the first mainline maintained x86 architecture version of Android, meaning it's going to run flawlessly on traditional laptop chips. That is a massive technical achievement. Finally, Section 6, the future of Chromebooks and what actually happens to your hardware.
With all this talk of a total overhaul, you're probably wondering, what happens to the Chromebook sitting on my desk right now? Well, the landscape is splitting. Schools and businesses, they're going to keep the classic legacy version of Chrome OS. But everyday consumers, we are all migrating to the new Android-based OS. The good news is that many of our existing Chromebooks will simply get an over-the-air upgrade straight to the new system. Plus, Google is launching a whole new tier of premium third-party laptops called Google Books to really show off what the OS can do. And keep in mind, Aluminum is just the internal code name. The real consumer name is still totally under wraps.
It's just a completely fascinating evolution of an ecosystem we rely on every single day.
So, as we leave you to go test out that lightning-fast VFC cache and the new native PDF features in version 149 today, we have to ask, are you ready for your trusty Chromebook to transform into a full-fledged Android desktop?